Morning, everybody. Gosh, I want to thank you for coming today. It's so nice to be here on Labor Day weekend with everybody. Labor Day weekend was originally instituted to commemorate the laborers, to give them a time off and thank them for all the dutiful work that they did to make this great country of ours what it is. But in essence, we're all laborers. I mean, life itself is laborious, wouldn't you say at times? It can get very, very difficult. Life can be tough. There's easy times, there's good times, there's happy times, but there's also those times in our lives when it gets to be extremely difficult. Now I want to talk a little bit about your mind. And when I'm talking about this, I'm not talking about the person next to you, or I'm not talking about family members or friends or people that you've read about, but I'm talking about you. And I'm not going to make eye contact because that's going to make you nervous. So I'm just going to be kind of darting around, but know that I'm talking about you. You have a brilliant, efficient, and wonderful mind. If, and there's two criteria for this, first of all, if you're alive, and if there's somebody in here that's not alive, excuse me while I talk to the rest of the audience. And the second of all, if you have a mind. If you have a mind, it is brilliant, it is efficient, and it is extremely full of wisdom. Your mind employs 100 billion neurons, little workers within the mind that carry out the duties. It has over 100,000 miles of blood vessels running through it. Its capacity is unlimited. You're smarter than you know, you're wiser than you know. It can handle almost anything that you come up with in your life. But it is not inexhaustible. The mind wears down, it tires, we have mental fatigue, and stress is the greatest cause of that, and the greatest cause of stress is worry. We worry. Human beings make up 3% of all the life on the planet, and that 3% contains 100% of the worry. No other creature on earth worries like we do. They might have instinctual fear, or they might have instinctual concern that lasts for a second or two, but we worry, and we carry that worry on with us, and we carry that worry on with us, and we carry it on with us. Now, 100 years ago, the average human being took in about 600 impressions a day. And what I mean by that, going through their daily activities, 600 things came to them that caused them to act or react in regards to it. That was 100 years ago, 600 things in a day. Today, because of the rapid advancement of technology and because of the busyness of our lives and because of everything else that's going on, our minds take in 60,000 impressions a day. And it seems to manage okay. But nevertheless, the mind still needs to rest. And if we worry throughout the daytime, and if we're anxious throughout the daytime, and if we have fears and phobias, when we go to bed at night, the mind's going to continue to churn on those things, and it's even going to appear in your dreams. Many of you have probably experienced that. Now imagine for a moment that it's 5 o'clock on a Friday afternoon. You're on Interstate 35, driving south. The traffic is extremely congested. Cars are racing to go home. You're right in the middle lane, and it's very, very tense. Your turnoff is coming up. You're trying to get over from one lane to the next. Somebody is acting erratically with their driving and making situations not so safe. And you finally get over to your exit, and you're able to move off it, but it's still a very tense and stressful experience. Now, that's the way our lives are most of the time because of worry. We worry about our friends. We worry about our relatives. We worry about our jobs. We worry about our health. We worry about the state of the economy. We worry about the world. We worry about everything, even those things that we can do absolutely nothing about. So occasionally, there's times when we have to just shut off the worry and shut off the stress and do what we call meditation. And meditation is nothing fancy. There's hundreds of books written on it saying that you have to do it this way, you have to sit this way, you have to say these words. But meditation, in actuality, is just doing nothing. It is just sitting, not trying to think of something, not trying to stop thinking of something, just sitting and doing nothing. Now take the same scenario on Interstate 35, but now it's 5 o'clock in the morning, on a Sunday morning, and you're driving down the same highway in the same line. You can't see any cars behind you. You can't see any cars in front of you. The sun is starting to rise. It's a very peaceful, pleasant experience. And that is the state of the mind when we go into meditation. It allows it to relax. See, the mind actually has 4 speeds. It has unconscious, which is the sleep function. It has what they call the alpha function, which is very, very slow, and there's about 1 impression every 3 seconds. Then there's the delta, which speeds up a little fast. That's normal waking hours. And then there's the beta. And the beta is the highest one, where it's click, 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 click. Thoughts are racing through your mind. You're trying to react to them. So in meditation, we actually take you down to the alpha level, where the mind slows down, there's more space between the thoughts, and you're able to collect yourself. And they say 20 minutes of meditation is equal to 6 hours of sound sleep. So this morning, we're going to take a little bit of time. We're going to go into an extended meditation. It's one that many of you have heard before. It's going to be on tape. And it covers 3 things. And these 3 areas are responsible for every single thing that happens in your life. Everything happens in your life in 3 categories. They're the relationships you have with other people or other things. There's a relationship that you have with yourself. And then there's the activity in your life. And whatever you're thinking, whatever you're doing at any time during the day, it involves one of those 3 areas. So this meditation tape, we look at each of those 3 areas, and if there's anything in there that hampers your peace of mind, if there's anything in there that agitates you or creates a sense of worry or stress, it's a time to just allow it to be. I don't have to worry about it now. I don't have to fear anything. So as we go through each one of the categories, if something comes up, pops up in your mind, that's a matter of worry or concern or fear or anxiety or anger, whatever it might be, just bless it and move on. We'll now move into meditation by singing our words or prayers.